I don't know how this happened, but look at the sheer amount of skincare empties that I have in today's video. Almost every other empties we've done has been half the amount that I have for today. I blame the skincare declutter. I started doing that and pushed myself to finish a lot of products, which means we have got to do a skincare empties today. Timestamps and links are in the description box below. I do this by category. If you are just looking for a product in one category, maybe you might want to check out those links in the description box below. My skin type is dry, acne prone, and a bit sensitive, and we are just gonna have fun today chit-chatting about empty skincare products. I do need to have a little bit of an intro today. Two things I need to tell you. One is that I have officially put the declutter video on hold. I think I'm gonna at least run a giveaway before I pick that back up again. I'm not promoting a giveaway right now. I would still need to put it together, but I started to get a lot of emails from people saying things like, you know, I love your declutter series. I too have your skin type, but I can't afford any products right now, so can I just throw you some money for shipping and maybe you can send me some products? And I love that idea. It sounds great, except I have received so many emails like that. I don't have time or boxes to send out 50 packages. If you PayPal me for shipping, I will pay taxes on that money, so I can't do it. Not to mention that it's already a gray area to give away products that are opened. It's already tricky and sets me up for lawsuits. So no, I can do a giveaway of unopened, brand new products. I started buying some more products to do that. So once I have that up, we will probably return to the declutter. At the same time, I truly understand why skincare creators do not do declutters. You live and you learn, don't you? One other thing I wanted to say, there is so much going on in the world. This is a skincare channel, but I am somebody who cares a lot about, you know, fighting fascism. It's a very difficult time in my life. If you recently discovered this channel, just so you know, today marks 1 year since we lost a family member, and then several more. So it's been a ridiculously hard year, harder than I've ever lived on, because life has its hard moments, I guess. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that in spite of so much going on in our personal lives, a lot is going on in the world, and I've been thinking about what to do about that. And I just want to drop you a little piece of advice, and that is, do something. I don't think it necessarily has to be huge, you know. Not everybody can go to the protests. Maybe you can donate, maybe you can share on your social media. But, you know, we're really seeing it. We're at this point where we're really seeing it. Companies are raising their prices because of tariffs, everything going on in LA right now. I believe we can get through this, and I think that someday we will look back on this time, and if you fought against fascism, you will be glad that you did. That's a way to start a skincare empties video. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with our first category, which is cleanser. Now, I finished quite a few products that I kind of set my mind to. First of all, I've been traveling a lot, so I finished a Tula Keep It Clear Acne Foam Cream Cleanser. This one is your pump system. It looks kind of like a lot of foaming hand soaps, I guess is the best way to describe this, but it does have 2% salicylic acid. I love this one for traveling. Granted, benzoyl peroxide does work better for my skin type than salicylic acid, so I did not repurchase that one. We are sticking with benzoyl peroxide at 4% in cream cleansers. Although I need to find a travel size. I don't have a travel size of a benzoyl peroxide cream cleanser. Now, I do wear makeup, so I have the Innisfree Appleseed Lip and Eye Makeup Remover. This was gifted by Stylevana a while ago. It's a biphase makeup remover. There's a lot of these. I get whichever one is currently the best price. A lot of times the best price is from Neutrogena. The best overall is Bifacil from Lancome, but it's best by a hair. You know, you're not gonna notice a difference unless you're removing extremely heavy makeup. Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water. I use this both for makeup removal and for a quick AM cleanse, this particular size, for travel. I finished this one, and I did actually replace this with a slightly different one. I don't remember which one I got. There's quite a few variations, and I think they are all They're all similar. The Torrid Dive-In Cleansing Water, this took me forever to finish, probably because it is 13.52 fluid ounces. It's kind of just more like a more gentle option than micellar water. I feel like this was not as good at removing makeup, but it was good for removing makeup residue if you have any of that left over after cleansing. Or again, for a quick AM cleanse if you don't really need to wash your face, dry skin type like myself. I do like products like this as a substitute for an AM cleanse. Moving into toner and essence. Y'all, I'm so excited that I finished a toner pad by myself. This is one that was gifted through Jolcy. It's called the Powertin Formula Lee Jelly Pad Firefighter, and it has, I believe, azulene. That's an ingredient you don't see every day, but it can be used in calming formulas. I have enjoyed it in the past, and I did really enjoy it in these pads. They felt a little different from most toner pads. You know, they say it's a jelly pad. It truly did feel more like a jelly as opposed to pouring toner onto toner pads. So I guess I finally did find a toner pad that I like. I did go through it quickly though. That's my catch with toner pads. I feel like it just doesn't last as long as a toner. So I don't think I'll repurchase this, but I did enjoy using it. This is the Engine Mugwort Calming Toner from Alive Lab. This is one I enjoyed. I used it to make my DIY sheet masks, which I will link how I do in the corner. That is probably my most linked video, isn't it? It probably is. I liked this, not my absolute favorite, but I did finish two of my absolute favorite products. One is technically a toner and one is technically an essence. The Anua 77 Heartleaf Toner, I think they've changed the name on this. I think they've had to change the name. I'm sure you've heard of it by this point. There are some amount of people who really swear by this. It works really well for. I'm one of those people. It just really seems to help with calming my acne, with calming my sensitivities. If you did watch my toner and essence declutter, I talked about having quite a few more of these, but I have not opened them yet. I am trying to hold off, and I have successfully done that. I have not held off on opening the Regelica. This Regelica Immunity Support Essence is one of these products where the longer I use it, the more I love it. And I just feel like that's really a testament to a very good product. Because you have to overcome that initial excitement phase where you just kind of love a product because it's new to you and it's exciting. You have a period of time where you use it, the enthusiasm dies down a bit, then you finish that product. And that's where you really learn about how important that product was to you. It was in that period of time that I decided I need more of this, and now that I've gone back to it, I'm not wearing any kind of foundation today. I truly feel like this is one of the most calming products I've ever tried. Wonderful product. This was gifted by the brand. I do have an affiliate link. You know I don't just say that about every product that I try. This is one that I really, really stand by. I set my mind to finish a lot of serum, and I have done just that. Let's start with something that is kind of almost in between essence and serum, and that's the Skin 104 Madagascar Centella Ampoule. This is a wonderful calming product. I like to use a lot of this, so even though the bottle is big, 3.4 fluid ounces, I use about 1 to 2 full droppers of this. It is a great calming product. I don't think I'll buy it again because you may have guessed this from our last conversation. This Regelica essence is worth it to me. Speaking of other repairing type of products, the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice 2GF Ampoule. I have really enjoyed this. This was my second bottle of this. I now have the Growth Factor Serum from The Ordinary, as well as one that I got in a derm store deal. So I would like to do something with those next. Have not repurchased this. We'll put that off. Let's see how that comparison goes. Next, the Propolis Energy Calming Ampoule from By Wishtrend. This was fine. Propolis as an ingredient does work well for me, but you're going to notice a theme here. This is replacing a lot of products for me. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this, although I did enjoy it. Kind of same mood on the Have a Blue Serum Ampoule. I'm currently using a PDRN serum from IOPI. I talked about that in Friday's video. Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. I still do love Bifidofurment Lysate. I wish I talked about this in Friday's video. The PDRN in IOPI's product is actually from, they are saying green tea enzyme. In the ingredients list, it appears as Lactobacillus ferment lysate. How interesting is that? So you have lactobacillus versus bifidobacterium. I might end up really, really liking that IOP. Time and usage will tell, and I will keep you updated. Personally, as you know, I do like the Estee Lauder one, but I actually really like the Manyo one even more. Snoxin 2 from Indeed Labs. This is using some of those neurotransmitter inhibiting peptides, the Botox in a bottle-like effect. I do have a video talking all about that. I think that if you want Botox, get Botox. If you don't, there is promise to these, but we can't really say it in any kind of confident, scientifically proven sort of way. We need more research. And even then, it wouldn't be the same as Botox. It would be a reduction in muscle movement instead of that complete inhibition. I have the remedy for aging in this video. This is what my partner uses. She is the biggest remedy fan. I think that this company, this is Dr. Lee's brand, of course. I think that they are so good for people that really do want a simplistic routine, which is so funny to think about because Dr. Lee talks about a lot of different products, and yet if you follow their skincare routine, I don't think you'd be buying a lot of products. You know, what it comes down to is I use a lot of different products. My partner doesn't, so she has gravitated to loving this brand. And finally, the Elemis Pro Collagen Future Restore Serum. I received this in PR. It was quite expensive. It's only a ½ ounce. This didn't do it for me. It didn't do it. I finished it hoping to have some kind of amazing experience, and it was okay. Way too expensive to come to that conclusion in my humblest of opinions. Still really like Elemis for their cleansing balm, but this one I would not repurchase. For this video, I'm going to group together eye and lip products. It's a remarkably small selection. Let's start with the Dr. Dennis Gross Triple Correction Eye Serum. This used to be my favorite. I do still like this. I think that Dr. Dennis Gross is good at putting a lot of potent ingredients together into a formula. This is no exception to that. That said, I feel like for my goals, I don't see a big difference between using this and using the much more affordable Axis Y Vegan Collagen Eye Serum. You may have a different experience. This one does contain ingredients like, of course, retinol. But I don't need retinol around my eye area. In fact, at my most recent eye doctor appointment, he did say that my eyes are kind of dry, and that can happen if you use retinol around your eyes, so I'm trying to keep retinol away from my eyes. I almost blame retinol for the fact that I've now switched over to dailies. Do you know how much more expensive dailies are? But I have to get them. I can't see out of my bi-weeklies anymore because they kept turning in my eye, which I guess can happen from dry eyes. Anyway, no more retinol around my eyes for me. Finished off another retinol eye cream. All of this was before my eye doctor appointment. And one lip product, I received this in PR from Paula's Choice. I'm currently iffy on the Paula's Choice brand. I haven't bought from them for a long time, but I will say this got very popular in the kind of Sephora circles, and I see why. It has an amazing vanilla taste. It's a nice, thicker lip balm. All that said, I've been thinking a lot about lip balms, and I just think it's so easy to get caught on this quest of looking for the perfect lip balm, the best lip balm out there. At some point, they start to blur together, and you realize that just use a good lip balm. You could spend $1,000 on the quest for the perfect lip balm, and I don't want you to do that. I just want you to buy nice lip balms. This is one, the new one from Coco Kind. I bought that myself recently, $12. That's a nice lip balm. So I would say don't feel like you have to overspend on lip balms, and don't feel like you have to buy them all. Now for a handful of moisturizers. I don't know how I finished so many products and yet 2 moisturizers. But you know what? I do love both of these. I really do love both of these. Stradia's Interface Peptide Cream. I am a big peptides fan. This is a wonderful product. And also another peptide moisturizer from BeautyStat, the Peptide Wrinkle Relaxing Moisturizer. Go figure, another neuropeptide inhibitor-based peptide complex. What can I say? I guess I simply like peptide-containing moisturizers. I also mentioned this, that I was using La Mer. I got a little mini of La Mer. You know, La Mer is nice. It feels lovely, but I don't think it did more for me than the other moisturizers I just talked about. And I've just got to feel like a product did more for me before I drop La Mer kind of money. Are you kidding me? I finished a ton of sunscreen. Before I say anything else in this section, I want to let you know if you ever need to pick up sunscreen from a place like Marshall's or TJ Maxx, don't make the mistake that I did. We had grabbed the Coppertone Kids SPF 50 to take on vacation with us, and when we got on vacation, we realized it was expired. I do not like doing that with sunscreen. That is the one category where I am very adamant about expiration dates. I had to bend on this one because it was all that we had in that moment. There on the beach, mind you, on the beach. This was all we had. I'm looking at the expiration date right here, 4/20/25. In May, going, how did this happen? Don't be like me. Don't trust the stores to have, fresh products on the shelves. Aside from that, finished off quite a few of my J-Beauty sunscreens for the purpose of body sunscreens. Those work so much better for me. J-Beauty is the way to go for body sunscreen, in my opinion. Also some mattifying sunscreens. I've been a little more flexible with face sunscreens. I think I finished more, but I'm not sure what I did with the empty packaging, so here's two that made it into my empties video. EMPTIES and EMPTIES. Neither of these are my absolute favorite, but it's summer over here. You just gotta make sure that you are wearing and reapplying the sunscreen. Oops, one more body sunscreen. Naked Sunday's Antioxidant Body Sunscreen Cream. This might be the first time I've ever tried a sunscreen that has US approved chemical sunscreens, and it did not sting my skin. I will put up with that stinging in a pinch when I run out of my J-Beauty sunscreens, which I did. I just made a Yesstyle order, by the way. I am hoping to restock all of my J-Beauty sunscreens before we go back to the higher tariffs or whatever. But yeah, this one from Naked Sundays actually did not bother my skin. I've heard from some people that it really does come down to the percentages of things like octocrylene. I don't know. I still much prefer the sunscreen filters used in J-Beauty sunscreens. All I can tell you is for some reason this didn't bother me. So I might buy more of this. Naked Sundays is now at Ulta. And my friends, our last category for today's video is masks and acne patches, which I guess I plowed through a lot of acne patches this past couple of months. What did we use here? I guess, oh, these were the Riri ones that I had bought from Yesstyle. Yeah, they were absolutely fine. I bought quite a few boxes from Tony Moly as well, the I'm Rice microneedle blemish patch. They both work great. These were a lot more inexpensive coming from Yesstyle, so again, hoping that we can still order from Yesstyle with no issues. I will update on how my order goes. I did, of course, use a lot of just basic patches as well. Some from Remedy, those were gifted. The Petite Fée, those are great. The ones from Purito are just okay, not my favorite, but I think I got those free or discounted. I have some terrible dots though. I'm not even going to call these hydrocolloids because they weren't. This was from Yes2 Tomatoes, the Zit Zapping Dots. These were heavily clearanced, and the second I started to use these, I understood why. These weren't even stickers. You had to wet your skin to get these to stick. So bad. So they did nothing. So useless. It takes a lot for me to be mad at myself for buying something, but I was mad at myself over those. We have a lot of the micro needle patches here. So I had bought, I received these from Flip in their On the House program. I'll explain Flip in the future, I promise. I know at least how my link below works. It gets you $30 at some kind of a discount. Up to some percentage, I think it's either 60 or 80%, you still will pay something, but you get a $30 discount. So one of the things I got were these Wrinkles Schminkles self-dissolving microneedle patches. These are nice, but they are so expensive. You know, the idea here is these are meant to help deliver ingredients deeper into your skin. And yeah, it works, but it's so expensive. So when I saw that Hero Cosmetics makes a version of these, I have now bought 4 boxes. It is only 6 patches for $24.99 at retail, but with Hero, you can use coupons, you can find deals. This was part of the 10x AAPI at Ulta, and these were discounted at Dermstore as well. I love this product category. It's just expensive, and Hero officially has the best price I've seen. Still expensive, but I love this category. And we'll just end with the Wishful Chin Lift because people have been asking me about the version from Nabuzzin. I see a lot about the word lifting in topical products lately, and nothing is going to lift like a facelift. You know, where they remove skin and that actually genuinely lifts your face. But a lot of these products are coming out that go under your chin and kind of do a lifting while you have them on. And personally, I would say I don't think it has permanent effects. With this, you know, you're getting benefits from the niacinamide, peptides, adenosine, not from a knife and cutting, you know? Also, I think Wishful is gone, which is a shame, but I guess there's a lot of restructuring going on at Huda Beauty, I believe. And my friends, that's it. That brings us to the end of another Empties video. As is always the case, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if you have tried any of these products, if you have any thoughts. As is always the case in this type of video, I will link my favorites in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a most wonderful upcoming week. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time.